soundtrack for this episode.
Ooh, it's a good soundtrack.
Yes. K. Michelle. Kimberly.
K. Michelle.
The Black Dolly.
Black Dolly. We call her Black Dolly. We'll explain that later. But
welcome to another week of the State of Black Music Podcast.
Another good week.
Another good week. We back.
We back.
We back, damn it.
We back.
It's Phillionaire in the building.
It's Claude Kelly, and I'm here.
Chuck Harmony is here.
Bacon from Macon is here. What's going on, y'all?
I'm Gucci.
Gooch.
Not Gucci Mane. I'm Gucci.
Not Gucci
Not
Mane.
Gucci Mane.
I wish I was Gucci, man.
Do you?
Yeah, man.
For a day?
For a day, for a week.
That's good. Phil, you got to be an artist for a day. Who you going to be? Best day of your life.
That's a good question.
You feel what I'm saying to you?
Good question.
I'm like,
That's a great question.
That's a good question.
Lil Boosie.
I like Lil Boosie.
He's having a good time.
Damn.
Oh man, that's so good. They got it. Still, yeah. I want to be alive. I want to say dead or alive, but
Now let's be alive.
let's be alive. Who has a great life that I'm like,
Who
man?
seems like they have a great life? You feel what I'm saying to you?
Because the people that are going through my mind right now, I'm like, no.
Great record, sucky life.
Nope.
Jeez.
I mean, if I had to pick one, Gucci Mane wouldn't be my final answer. I could see being J. Cole for a day.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
He's intelligent. He looked like he might read a book or two. He play a little basketball. You feel me? That's what I like to do.
I would probably go with Jay-Z. I would love to just kind of,
J for a day.
like just
for a
kind of
day.
see what his day-to-day is like what time he get up in the morning. Like, does he go over, like, with him having such a dope business acumen, like, does he go over, like, a ritual in the morning? Does he read, like, articles? Is he read Music Business Worldwide in the morning? Like,
Is he on the shade room in the morning?
right. Like, what is his daily routine? So,
That's true.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would be Drake.
Champagne Poppy.
Champagne. Yeah. Be Drake. Drake seems like he's got a good time every time I see him on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
He's living his best life.
Yeah.
He's
Not
enjoying
worried about anything. Yeah. I would go with Drake.
If it's
Drake.
just for a day,
for
Yeah.
a day.
if it's just for a day, then I'm definitely Diddy for the day.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm waking up in a mansion. I'm having the best breakfast of my life. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna have a party that night with whoever the hell. Some crazy party because his parties on Instagram be looking crazy. And for a day that'd be crazy.
None of y'all pick no R&B artists. What happened?
Which one would you want to be?
What happened though? We all want to.
Who want to be Bobby Valentino for the day?
No, thank you.
I'm good. I am good.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah, that's a good question though.
We all pick rappers.
We all pick rapper. Well, their lives look more fun, I guess.
Like rock and roll right now.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
State of Black music.
This is gonna be fun today. I would consider K. Michelle one of the leading voices in female R&B right now. Definitely R&B, but would you agree?
And soon to be country.
And soon
Soon
to
to
be
be
country.
country.
That's why I said not just R&B, but yeah. I feel like she's a leader in the pack.
Well, y'all hearing this ice?
Yeah, absolutely. But it's all good. It's all part of the realism.
The realism. I'm sorry. Everybody, I'm just got
What
my,
you sipping on?
This is Casamigos.
A La Casa.
Should I be giving them love? They didn't pay me to say that, but yeah.
Maybe
I love Casamigos.
what are you saying?
In terms of K. Michelle, I will say that in the tradition of a Mary J. Blige and the Keisha Coles, I think she has the ear of the black woman. Black women really love what she has to say and how she approaches. Like, she don't give a fuck. And so I think a lot of people really flock to that. So that's one thing I think is dope about K. Michelle.
And then people love her realness.
Yeah.
K's raw.
Yeah, she is raw. I appreciate it.
She's gonna tell you what it is, how it is, when it is.
And a very smart, what I learned, an entrepreneur, as I was preparing for this episode, the amount of businesses and things, she's very intelligent.
Yeah.
Super smart.
And
Yeah.
she didn't wait to do that either.
Yeah.
She as soon as she got an opportunity to do that, she was the Jack Daniels and the restaurants. And all that
Absolutely.
stuff,
Yeah.
which I thought was dope.
That's
So,
awesome.
Absolutely. we've known Kay for a long time separately, and we work together with her a lot. So I met Kay like before Love and Hip Hop, when she was working on her album. Before that, at a studio in New York, we hit it off right away. But immediately, you know that she's not a dodo.
No.
Yeah.
Immediately, if you even start to think that, she opens her mouth and her education comes out.
Yeah.
Her street smarts come out. Her business savvy comes out. Her good song ideas come out. She's a great writer too. So it's been cool to watch her grow and figure it out.
And she went to a HBCU, and she one of the Reds. Always down to rep one of the Reds. What's going on? Shout out to the Delta.
You see the way he starts shifting in
His whole body shifted though. I got this.
Like he almost got aggressive.
We love the Reds over here. Shout out to all the.
He got a little mad about it.
DST, what up? Delta Sigma Theta. Shout out to all the Deltas out there.
Shout out to all the Deltas.
She went to FAMU, right?
Yeah, she was. I think. I hope I'm not mistaken, but I think she was their queen at one point. Like she was Miss Fam. At one
Really?
point. Yeah.
Wow.
That's dope.
I think.
let me double check.
Check with the research team.
Right. Nah, but the thing about it is that she also knows a lot of music, and you said and country too, which means a lot, because we personally know she's been fighting for a long time to get to the place where she could do more than just R&B.
Yeah.
So this interview is gonna be dope because it's actually in the town that she moved to, Nashville, Tennessee, to make that dream come true.
So K. Michelle was Miss FAMU.
See?
And she won in the spring semester of 2003,
That's awesome.
Wow.
according to kmichelle.net. So that's
Facts.
facts. No
Facts.
printer.
State of black music.
So what's y'all's favorite K. Michelle record?
I'm gonna jump in. I mean, we kicked off the episode with it. VSOP is my favorite. It's
That's a good
Billionaire.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Shout out Priscilla Renee, Money Long. She wrote on that record as well,
Yeah.
I believe. Amazing black female writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say run, don't walk.
Don't
Our
walk
record.
to the world
Hell yeah.
that you live. Tomorrow isn't promised. Whoever said it was.
Hell yeah. Run Don't Walk is that joint.
Yeah, man.
Kimberly, The People I Used to Know.
What songs are the Kelly Price? Not a little bit, right? It's the name of the song. So Kelly wrote the song, and a friend of mine, who I'll leave nameless, took said song and played it for K. Michelle, who he was working with at the time. Kay recorded said song. Kelly had no idea about what was going on. So when she found out about it, the song was basically on its way to being released. They had brought in all new production, everything. So when it came to like sync opportunities for like Love and Hip Hop and some other stuff, she was really not feeling it because the way it was handled. But yeah, let me find out.
And so, so it came out though, right?
Yes, no, it's out. It was like the lead single from that record. Yeah, she really blocked us. But I mean, Atlantic called. It was a whole disaster.
That's dumb though. Get your publishing.
You remember this one?
Leave it all behind. You think I want you not a little bit. You think I need you not a little bit. I finally won't go, I'm over it. If you think I need you not, think I need you.
Did they resolve? Are they resolved now? Is it all Gucci?
No, I don't think so.
To be continued.
Yeah, to be continued.
That's two strong personalities.
Yeah.
So Claude,
Yes.
favorite K. Michelle song?
I'm gonna say this before I give it to you. There's some songs that me and Chuck worked on with K. Michelle not too long ago that definitely beat anything that we ever did with her for her country album. Super dope.
Dope.
So I'm really hoping that y'all hear those soon. But besides our shit, I do like The Rain. The Rain.
Yeah.
Rain.
With the Can You Send the Rain sample in it. That's my jaunt.
Nice.
What about you, Timon?
I have a few, but
Hit me.
But Cry from the Anybody Want to Buy a Heart album is probably my favorite K. Michelle song.
You gon' cry. You gon' pay me in tears.
I mean, I feel like now would be a good time to talk to the K. Michelle. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Live from the Roots Theater, the National Museum of African American Music.
The Kimberly, K. Michelle, came through to talk to us and the live audience. And this is how it went. Boom!
State of black music.
Memphis, Tennessee native. She's a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. She's got some dope R&B records. She's working on some country. I'm here. We're gonna talk about all of it. Some of y'all might know her from Love and Hip Hop days, but she's so far past that shit now. She's on to the next. Yeah, I can't. Can I curse on here?
You can curse.
Okay.
Can we curse, Deanna?
My bad. I probably should have asked.
We got to get permission. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Man, one of the most talented people out here in the R&B scene right now, K. Michelle, is in the building.
Michelle.
The one and only. Woo woo.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Cowboy boots.
Hello. Hello, family. Hello.
Okay.
Hi.
I was about to give a hug. That was the awkward moment.
Go on.
Well, I saw her in the green room, everybody. We saw each other in the green room, but yeah.
That's the Nashville way right there.
Yeah, it's a Nashville way. That's how we do.
Give it up for Country K.
Country K. Got
So,
a cowboy
all right.
boots?
All right, K. Okay, so there's a lot to go over because they don't know this, but we're longtime homies. So the first part is that I can't believe we're talking to each other in Nashville, Tennessee.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's really crazy
Yeah.
because we've been wanting to be here, and you encouraged me to move here, the both of you guys, and it's been a great experience for me being here.
What do you love about Nashville? I'm curious to know.
I love the music of Nashville. I love the feel. I love the people. I love the food. Me being from Memphis, Tennessee, right up the road from my family, it's home. It feels like home. But most important for me, it's been about the music here. It hasn't really been, you have politics wherever you go within this business, but it's really been a time for me to get to self, to heal, and just get back to what's important, and that's the music.
Amen.
The music. And listen, we've been privy to some of it, so I know the music coming is crazy.
Yeah.
You excited about it?
I'm so excited because I've been wanting to do it for so long. I do have one more R&B album that'll be coming out, but I've been doing 2 albums at one time. So I've always wanted to do country. I paid for college through yodeling, and that's how I paid.
Wait. You paid for college by yodeling?
Yes, I paid for college through yodeling, and I went to Florida A&M University.
FAMU?
Come on, fam.
Yes, I went to FAMU, and that's how I paid for school. I came in there, and, it was HBCU, and I just told them, I sing other things, and I want to yodel, and I want to sing country, and they gave me a scholarship.
Yeah, people don't know that, but we've been calling you Black Dolly Parton for the longest time.
Y'all have for years now.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
Billboard interviews and everything.
Black Dolly.
We heard it in your voice, but what is it about country music that really speaks to the Memphis and K. Michelle?
I think for me, the first tape that I ever got my whole career was The Judds. And it was the Love Can Build a Bridge album, and it was The Judds. And that for me, it was blues. Being that my grandmother, she helped in raising B.B. King in Lexington, Mississippi. It's like my family's got deep in blues and things like that. So country was very, very familiar for not only, blues, but it was something that was different. So my voice teacher, Bob Westbrook, he trained a lot of people like Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, a lot of the Miss Americas. And he told my mom, no offense, she has such a big voice. I really would like her to use his voice to try everything. So that's where the yodeling and the country music and the love for it came from, because he told my mom, he was like, they're automatically going to assume she's going to sing this because she has this big voice. I want her to be diverse. So that's when that really started for me, and just the love of that music.
You see how she dropped in the middle of the story that your grandmother helped raise who?
B.B. King.
Wow.
Yes.
Crazy.
In Lexington, Mississippi. And it skipped over my parents. They don't have no talent, y'all, but being great. They're being great parents, And they're very smart. But like singing, it skipped them, and then it came to me, and they've always supported it for me.
But I think it's important to tie that lineage, because there's always a thread. So B.B. King to K. Michelle.
Wow.
State of black music.
You know what, Kay?
Think about that.
I have to say that, one, I've always appreciated how you've been super vocal about your love for not just R&B music, but for country music. And I particularly adored the fact that you were super vocal here in Nashville a couple years ago. when you
You mean when I got in trouble?
yeah, no, but it needed to be said. Why do you think it's important for you as a black woman and black girls to be vocal about what their passions are and what they want to do, even if it's not traditionally even though, I mean, let's be clear, we started country music.
Absolutely.
Be clear.
Be very clear.
Be very clear.
But why do you think it's important for black women, black people to be outspoken about those sorts
Because it's been so long for there not to be a black woman with the #1 in country music. I think that's absolutely crazy. And you can't go around consistently keeping people out of a genre of music, not because they're not gifted, but because of what they've gone through in their past or what they might look like. That's inappropriate. You cannot do that. So I had a show here. I was doing something for the NFL draft, and I had a show, R&B. I performed, and I said, I want to go to a honky-tonk. Like, I want to go to a honky-tonk, and I want to have me a good time. So we went down on the strip, not Broadway, another strip, and people were signing up to sing. And I went up there, and that man looked me in my face and said, this is not R&B night. So I said, I know what the hell I'm here for. I know what's going on. Like, I'm here to sing country music. He said, well, can anybody else sign up? So I said, okay, cool. So I sat down, but then I saw people walk in and sign up. So me being me, I'll never get in the way of another creative. So I said, okay, as soon as this creative put this mic down, I'm going to crawl on this stage. I'm going to run up on this stage, and I'm going to say I'm here. Oh, so
why am I nervous right now?
He put the mic down, and I ended up running on that stage, and I said, Nashville, I'm here. And I'm a black girl, and I sing just as good as any white woman in here. And then I looked around. By then, it was like on Wendy. It was just everywhere. It was all throughout Nashville. People trying to give me a show about it, just everything. And my thing was, I just wanted to be accepted, and I just wanted to sing. There was nothing I wanted from it. I knew what night it was, and I know them songs. I was ready to go. And once I saw that, I said, oh, no, they're not going to play with me like this. I'm going to fight for what it is I love. And it's not going to be about any mistakes of my past, anything about my life. It's going to be about my voice. It's one thing, country music, what they say. They never really say, oh, that's my favorite artist. They say that's my favorite song.
That's right. That's right.
That's my favorite song. So my thing, why I've been here, I've been creating for 9 months this amazing country music with the support and love from y'all, from Dolly Parton has sent me a record. Everything.
White Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly. Yeah. So it's been so supportive in this city. So for this museum to be here, and Nashville is changing, things are opening up, I'm going to fight for what it is I believe in, and I'm going to fight for my legacy. And when I'm gone, there's going to be some girls that look at me, and guys, and say, oh, she didn't care. She was who she was, and she sang them songs.
Amen. Amen to that.
So history making, right there.
That's the definition of being an artist.
State of black music.
The people are going to be talking about that years from now. In how we talk about Big Mama Thornton and just all these different people that paved the way for us to have the access that we do now. We're going to be saying the same thing about you from years.
I hope so, because I'm going to
So
fight.
thank you for that.
I will fight.
We're in it now.
Hey, Kay, give me a dream collaboration in country. Who's your dream collaborator?
It's so crazy, y'all. My dream collaboration is with Gary, LeVeaux from Rascal Flatts, and he's actually my next door neighbor. Like my actual, so I don't want to be a stalker or be crazy, so I'm trying to play it cool in the neighborhood when I'm looking out the window. You know, he's doing gospel right now. And that's my favorite collaborator. Me and Mickey Guyton are about to work together, so I think, you know, that's great. And another African-American woman who's killing country, you know, so that's a big thing for me. But I would say it would have to be Gary, and of course, Dolly.
Has there been a hit country record with 2 black country women singing on it?
No.
Ever?
The first country Grammy went to the Clark sisters.
No, the Pointer Sisters.
Pointer Sisters.
Yeah, but there was never 2 black women doing, you know, mainstream country and that have had hit records.
Yeah.
So
ever.
you know, I like a challenge.
Oh, you want to do it?
You damn right. I'm like, what?
Oh, you gonna get me together? You gonna do it?
I'm like, I'll see you at the studio tomorrow.
Okay, I'm there.
That's
you know
what I'm
me.
saying.
So me and Claude, we talk about this a lot. We talk about the similarities in R&B and country music because they're so similar. Like you said, it's about the song with country music, and back in the day, it was about the song with R&B. So talk about the similarities. You're a part of both of them. Talk about them.
I love the similarities when it comes to R&B and country of writing. You know what I'm saying? And the stories that are told. Like, that's what draws me to country. That's what drew me to R&B. And it was the soul in it, like the bottom on it, and the lyrics. So when we started to lose the lyrics and the story, then you just start to lose me musically. I'm about the story. And that's me, and I love the melody, and I think between R&B and country, it's a great combination, if not almost the same thing with a different sound almost,
right.
you know?
Just a couple sounds that are different in there. They're both about bearing your soul.
Yes.
Like, there's very few places, especially now where everyone's too cool for school and don't want to be vulnerable. I miss the heart of country and R&B being about actually what you're feeling. Heartbreak, frustration, fear, longing, all those things, romance. It's just everyone is just like, I'm in the club, you can't touch me, you can't come near me. I'm like, but what happens?
Yeah, I'm too fly.
But then when you go online, everyone's actually heartbroken and ain't no songs about it.
They're really heartbroken, and that's why I always say, like, I've always found home. A song will find its home to who it needs to go to, and I've always been able to sing to broken hearts, and they've always been able to find their way to me. So everybody, as fly as you want to be, yeah, I got this and that. When you go home and you got to look in that mirror and you got to deal with yourself, the reality of life happens, and you need a song to play. You need a friend in that song. Right. So for me, I've always been that friend in the song to tell you, I didn't feel pretty that day. I ain't like how I look. I ain't like how this made me feel. I've always sang. I've always wrote life and not music about exactly how I'm feeling and going through.
State of black music.
I want to hear more about this new R&B album because we talked about the country, but what's the sound of this next R&B offering?
I wanted to give them something that was straight, classic K. Michelle, heartbreak, you know, anthems of getting up, getting over it, that type of thing. So it's still me. It's very much me. It is, you know, I can try to take them like other places, you know, I want to do this and that. I'm like, let me give them for this offering, because it'll be a minute before R&B offering. Let me give them that R&B that they loved and what made them respect me and what made them listen to me and come to my show. So that's what the R&B album will be about.
I want you to clear something up, because I think that, especially fans, they feel like you got to be one thing or the other. And so I don't want to speak for you, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't think that you're giving up R&B. There's no such thing as giving it up. Yeah. You're doing music. Yeah. It's just you have to allow artists the space.
The space, and it might not fit the labels, you know, pockets and what they want to make or want to invest. But God gave you a gift, and He gave it to you for a reason. The songs you want to sing, they're there for a reason. You know, that was placed in you. Right. So I just feel like when I say like my last R&B offering, I feel like I have been so boxed in that every time I'm in a studio and I open up creatively, it's like, oh, that doesn't fit on radio. Mm-hmm. That doesn't fit with R&B. This is too da-da-da-da-da. So I'm going to focus on this, and that's what I'm going to focus on this, and I'm going to soar in that with no one telling me what it's supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be in a song. Just let me sing.
Let the women sing.
I feel like that always happens with black people, though. Like, we're always pigeonholed and put in a box. You can't sing this, you can't sing that. You have to stick here. But
on the other side,
they get to come over and sing.
Blue Eyed Soul.
They get to get played on our radio stations. And
you know, nothing's wrong with that. Like, you can sing anything you want to sing, but when it comes to us, it's always a thing of why it can't work. Oh, why this is not in the cards for you, or what happened here. It's never that this song is not good enough. I just remember sitting at my record label, and I respect her because it was the most honest conversation. And my white executive at that time told me, well, if this record was Taylor Swift, it would be huge. And to sit there and really be told that to your face, one, you can respect it because you're not a yes person. Okay, I get you. Thank you. But two, to know that that was the reality of the business and what was in front of me that I had to deal with, I just wasn't with it. I wasn't going to accept it.
That's crazy.
I was watching, I keep bringing this up because it's so good. I was watching the Tina Turner documentary. Have you seen it?
No, but I want to.
I don't want to give the whole documentary away, but she had her whole career, and then she was itching to go solo. It feels very similar to the point where you're at right now in terms of I want something different than the people are used to. And she said, she told the new manager she found, I want to fill stadiums like Mick Jagger. So I'm curious to know who you see ahead of you. I don't care who it is. Who is your goalpost? Like, I want to do. Yeah, I'm curious to know that. It's.
I think my thing really would be, Miss Dolly Parton, to see her Dollywood, to see her hotels, to see everything she has going. Dolly is still putting out projects and everything business-wise. So if I am going with someone in country, that's what I would say. But if I were to look at any other person and say, this is how I would want to model myself, it would be a Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Or some like him, like looking at what he's done, where he's from, and what he was able to accomplish and create. And he's such a smart businessman. He's not only great at music, he's a great business person.
Right,
and
right.
that, with my restaurants and things, and being the first African American ever endorsed by Jack Daniel.
Hold on.
That's my drink.
And it tastes good, y'all.
Yes, it's in
I just had
14,000
one.
stores right now. And, they said that wasn't going to happen. They told me Jack Daniels doesn't endorse anybody. The only people that they've ever endorsed was Frank Sinatra, the Dave Matthews Band, and Eric Church. And then they said, you're really not going to get a drink. And it happened. I put in that work for that. I've created a great relationship with Jack. And I'm just trying to grow this drink and grow different things with this company. So I want to be like Jay-Z, a business person. I have my restaurant in Atlanta. I have a restaurant opening here in Nashville. So I'm trying to do my music and do my business.
Clap
some
for
noise.
that.
Make some
Absolutely
noise.
clap for that. Absolutely.
State of black music.
When I look around the music business, I see a lot of mediocrity.
Uh-oh.
Call it out.
You know I'm gonna call it out.
Let's go, Chuck.
But what inspires you to be great in the midst of mediocrity?
I always speak the truth, even if it's not convenient. At times I'm gonna always say the truth. When I'm gone, they're gonna say, well, I might not like what she said. But she told what it was, and it was very honest. For me, I was always a very creative person. But I can say the first person that did step in for me and to creatively push me was Robert Kelly, was R. Kelly.
Amen.
And that is a very touchy subject, me being an advocate for women and, wanting my women of color, to feel like they can be protected. And you don't have to go through this and that for love. But I always have to be honest within my story. And he took me from an abuser. So what we call an abuser now, that he protected me from another abuser. They said I would never make it, and he was the only person that believed in me. So in that, it's a very difficult thing for me, but when it comes to the creativity, and he would always talk to me about the importance of 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make a movie. That's all you got in a song. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make a movie, and every word counts. So when you see people mumbling, what did you say? Like, I don't even know what you said. Like,
Right.
like, what are you talking about? And when you see the whispering, can you open your mouth? Can you sing? You see a lot of that. I don't lean to that. I lean towards the Aretha's, like watching Aretha series. That's what I watched. That was amazing.
Wasn't it
And I
good?
still just put it on and have it in the background, like watching her fight to sing. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people, that's creativity. Like, I love it. Like, I need it. Like, I can't just go on, oh, this is hot because this person's cool on social media. I'm not listening to that. I want to listen to some good stuff.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's just, I know it's controversial, but let's just stay here for a second. Because we have these debates about, like, I hate the word cancel culture, but we have these debates about who should be honored, when they should be honored, why, and all the hypocrisy in that. So clearly we're sitting in a museum that's honoring Black music. How do you feel about R. Kelly's legacy, and should he be respected for his huge catalog and impact on music?
You know, I think that it has been a very difficult thing for me because I've been asked over and over again to speak against him or to speak out or have these conversations. And for me, it's the thing of people say things about me and then you don't know me or you don't know that. My thing is I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in.
Amen. So
you're not going to tell me I'm supposed to go hang this person and cancel them. I'm going to let God do that. That was his job, right? So that was what he was supposed to be doing. So I can't agree with the behavior of Robert all the way around. That's not anything that I agree with. And I fight for women, being a woman who went through abuse. But musically, half of our music really wouldn't be there if it was not for him musically. If we're going to talk facts, y'all, we're going to talk music, we're going to talk music. If we're going to talk reputation, then we're going to talk reputation. Amen. Which one are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to say this man, because I can name some white artists who don't deserve no credit for nothing if it was off of their reputation. But we are so quick, we're going to tear up each other. Before we know anything, we're going to go and we never gonna just stick with each other. And you don't want to stick with no man that's doing nothing to kids and women. I understand that we shouldn't, but we have to determine in the music industry and in this culture, are we going to support this music? Is it a two-way? Do y'all think it's a twofold type of thing, or is it this is the music, this is the person? I don't like this person, but I love this music. Can that be possible, or is it even possible?
I think it's
gotta be
possible.
Yeah, because I love Kim Burrell's music, but I don't like her. Like she was awful when I met her. So I've learned to appreciate her art and her gift. But you know, y'all make Kim Burrell? Anybody make Kim Burrell in the audience? Oh, okay.
Welcome to State of Black Music Podcast. No, we all got one.
We all got one.
We
all got one. But I mean, I think you have to separate the art from the artist. And I know Robert as well. I had the pleasure of working with him, and I've had to separate the art. So I still listen to his music because he's done so many songs. I had the Kelly Price song came on in the car the other day, It's Gonna Rain. Yeah. Am I supposed to turn that off? Like, Fortunate Maxwell, it's like, but again, I don't approve or condone of the allegations. So again, I just have to separate the art from the artist. So I understand.
Yeah, it's virtually impossible to escape a R. Kelly song, produced, record, written, like you just can't.
Yeah, B2K couldn't do no shows. They'd just be up there, just looking at looking at the audience. No bump, no girlfriend, no niggas be out there just.
Wait, and the funny thing is, if I'm keeping it real, we've been locked up for like over a year and a half.
Oh man!
And the weirdest thing, respect to Versus and everything, has been this awkward elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah.
When we talk about like the legacy, I'm like, but
what are we gonna do?
I'm not trying to be rude.
Somebody sent Robert a phone.
Send him a phone. Let me tell y'all gonna die laughing. So, I was finishing up the R&B album, but I was just sitting there. I was like, I know it's so many records he has that just sitting there. I've seen him make like 20 records a day. I could get this album done in one phone call. So I was sitting there kind of like rocking back and forth like, oh, they're going to tear you up. You better not you better not call him because you better not call to get to that drive. Don't you call. You better sit down and make your songs, girl. Do not call to get to that R. Kelly drive because they're going to tear you up.
State of Black music.
I got to ask you, because we're sitting here in the Roots Theater in the National Museum of African American Music. How does it feel to be here and be in such a momentous institution? Like, what does it feel like for you?
It's great. I really thank y'all for having me. And being that I live here now, it's like a monumental thing to have a home for our culture and our music, regardless if it was R&B, if it's country. we're going to have somewhere to be showcased and respected and, you know, given our flowers as musicians if we do what we need to do. So being here, and this is ours, in the middle of Nashville, a city that has, you know, for so long looked over us, you know, and to be sitting here so boldly, you know, in the middle of downtown, I think that is crazy. I think it's showing you we're fighting, you know, in the industry and everything, and Nashville has to open up. And like we were saying backstage, Nashville just feels a little bit different right now.
Yeah.
In a good way. In a good way. In a good way.
How do you find your peace?
Oh, I like it here.
In Nashville?
Yes.
Or on this couch?
I find peace with y'all. You know, we have a good time.
We chill.
But I just love Nashville. It is close to home. It's very familiar to me being a Tennessee girl and being able to say, I want to tap out of all of this, because you really can't do that in Atlanta. I want to tap out. I want to go mudding. I want to go farming. I want to go do this and that. All of that is available. New things to experience here. Like, it's a whole new life for me. So I think my peace has been Nashville, Tennessee overall.
Ooh, that's dope.
You know, okay.
Give it up for Nashville.
Right. Give it up from Nashville.
Okay, outside of the great music that you make, you also come up with amazing album titles. Anybody Want to Buy a Heart, Rebellious Soul, More Issues Than Vogue, All Monsters Are Human. Like, and it when you get the album and you get to the end of the album, you're like, it makes so much sense. Where do you come up with these because I'm interested to know what this next record is going to be called, and the country record. Like, I know you're going to come up with something crazy. Yeah. Where does your head go when it comes to the album title? Does it come from a song? Like, where does your head go when it comes to that?
It might not even be deep. I'll see like a meme or something. It could be like
Gotcha.
a while before this ever took place, and then I'll say, well, this is how this feels. And, you know, I just feel like it should be a total situation. It shouldn't just be a single. That song shouldn't just be that. That one should, I feel like it should tell the story all the way down. Like every album title, like my new R&B album is called 901 Shelby Drive. That's where I'm from. And it's very much the core of me and how I started my R&B career, so that's why I wanted it to be named that. Like my country album, we're going through this big debate right now because I wanted to name it from the iconic photo with the little girl standing holding hands with the African-American woman under the sign that says The Colored Entrance. And I wanted to name it The Colored Entrance, but you know, that's a back and forth going on right now
I like
for the
it.
country
I like it.
album.
I love it.
You know, come as you are. Like this is my entrance. You know, as a black woman into country music.
I love that. We play a game here on the State of Black Music podcast called This or That.
This or that.
This or
Formerly
that.
known as Keep or Kill.
Formerly known
but
as Keep or
now
Kill.
we call it
This or that.
So we give you two artists and you got to keep one.
Or two situations.
Or two situations.
And you got to pick this.
We know
or
you'll
that.
be honest.
Yeah,
so
you'll be
It's
honest.
all for fun. It's all for fun.
All for fun, everybody. Remember, all for fun, audience. All for fun.
Right.
All for fun.
Don't throw nothing at me.
Please.
So I'll start out nice. Let's go Mary J. Blige or Faith Evans.
Oh, I'm definitely not even picking that because I can't even do that to myself because I love me some Faith Evans, but I love me some Mary J. Blige. Yeah, I couldn't do without either.
All right.
Give me somebody else to throw away.
All right, let's do Dolly Parton or Reba.
Ooh. I love Reba, you know, but I'm gonna say Dolly because of her business sense and I like her attire. How she didn't care. She was very like, in your face. So I would go with Dolly.
Boys to Men or Jodeci?
Oh, Boys to Men. I like harmonies and stuff like that.
I
real.
thought you would have said Jodeci.
Yeah, because of the roughness on it, but I love the smooth harmonies of Boys to Men. Let's not wait till the water runs dry.
I'm with you.
All of
I'm
that
with you.
type of stuff. I love Boys to Men. So that wasn't
I
fair.
got one.
R. Kelly or Babyface.
Oh, don't do that. Babyface tried to sign me. Too, and I got the pleasure of working with him about 2 years ago. And he offered to be a part of my country album. So I'm not picking. On those two, I love both of them.
Who you got?
Anybody want to buy a heart or more issues in Vogue?
Anybody want to buy a heart? Definitely.
Yes, that's the
You
one
even
right
think
there.
hard about that
Yeah, I
one.
was so heartbroken. I didn't know what to do with myself but sing. So that's why that album was my best album, because it was
Love
about
that
a
record.
specific thing, specific person, and I was able to write every emotion of that heartbreak.
Dope.
HBCU or PWI?
HBCU.
Shout out to the HBCU. What up?
That wasn't even a question.
I just had to
That
do
wasn't
it.
even a question. All right, but we're gonna get to the world famous Irby, but I want to say one
No,
more.
I had one more though.
Oh, you got one? All right, go ahead.
Nashville or Memphis?
Memphis.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
hometown,
that's
though.
my city. I love Nashville. It's a different turn up from Memphis, but that's the city I was born in. Raised me, everything. And my new album is The City, 901 Shelby Drive.
That's a good segue because what I was gonna say was when I first met you, I don't even know how many years ago, in New York. The reason why I have so much love for Kay is because I got to know a person that I don't think the world gets to see very often.
Yep.
There is a superstar sitting right here. She's dressing the part, she lives the part, she talks the part, but people don't really understand the intellect, the compassion, the hard work, and the business savvy behind the brand K. Michelle. So when we first sat at a piano in New York, you sat down, she looked me right in my eyes, she said, I'm not stupid. She's like, I'm not dumb. I know what I'm doing. And my daddy told me to read this, and my mama told me that they were strict with me. I want you to go back and just explain to people, I'm a curse, who the fuck K. Michelle really is. Like, tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about how you were raised, because I want people to understand what's going on in that brain, because it's brilliant.
Thank you. I think, kind of from reality TV, I always say it's like being a drug dealer, reality TV. It's like a whole lot of money really quick, but you might not be need to be feeding it to your community. That's how I see it. But I grew up, my daddy is a college professor at Lemoyne College in Memphis, Tennessee. He also teaches at the University of Memphis. My dad was my mama teacher in college. Yes, he was.
Little love story.
Little love story. And they always have been big on me just doing everything. They tried to do gymnastics. I wasn't that flexible. And then they wanted me to swim, but I dreaded going underwater. I couldn't take it. And I always wanted to sing. And they put me in piano, and I played piano for 12 years, and then they put me in guitar, and then I wanted fingernails. And like all of that, but they've been there. So my dad says I'm the son he never had. Like, I am the boy. So I've always been very rebellious. If you say left, I'm definitely going right. And that's me. I've always been outspoken. I've always said what it was. I've always understood the assignment of the situation. Regardless, and I think people look at, things edited or how you're supposed to go in and handle that assignment. When I go home, I don't care nothing about it. When I get home, I'm completely doing something else. I love music. I love sunflowers. Y'all know that. I love Jack Daniels. I love peace. I do love it. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't think that someone on reality or somewhere, needs peace, but I need peace. I need peace. I love music. It's my conversation. It's very much who I am. But I'm very feisty. I'm very much, you're not going to play with me. And if I'm going to say what it is. And I think that's K. Michelle. You're going to I'll hurt you with the truth or I tell you a lie. And I think that kind of sums up me. Musical. I love peace. I love to have fun. I love kids. I love dogs.
You love dogs.
I love animals. So if I probably wasn't a singer, y'all would probably laugh. I did get in law school when I graduated from Florida A&M. I got in law school. I really didn't want to be a lawyer. So, yeah, it's like different
I feel like you're
sides.
applying all that stuff, though, to your career. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and I've learned this because we always talk about how me and Chuck and I started a band because I was going to go to college for world religion to get a master's in world religion because I was just searching. And I didn't go because I ended up moving to Nashville and starting a band, a company here. But I'm applying all the stuff that I would have I'm learning from the people around me and becoming more spiritual in the way I would have, and that would have been just a piece of paper.
Divine order.
Yeah.
Divine order. So I think you're all those things.
Yeah, I'd be a lawyer. My lawyer just told me the other day, do you want to be an artist or a lawyer? I said, well, actually, I got in law school, but I'll let you do your thing. I'll chill out a little.
State of black music.
Who's somebody who has not gotten the accolades, not a Michael Jackson, not a Mariah Carey, not a Beyonce, but someone who you're furious about inside that hasn't gotten the love they deserve. It can be a singer, it could be an actor, it could be a leader in black culture, but I'm just curious to know who.
I think that's like really two of them. I feel like people we know as musicians, but I feel like people all over the world need to really get into Phyllis Hyman.
Oh.
Phyllis Hyman.
Oh.
I feel like they don't
Phyllis
understand.
Hyman.
They don't understand. Like, that lady was great. You know what I'm saying?
So good.
And
That's
they don't
good.
take that in. Like, I want the new generation coming out to, like, listen and hear that. And I think actress-wise, I always watch how great, like, Anika Noni Rose is. And I really think, you know what I'm saying, that she's often looked over. And she's such a great actress. Like, she will take you there. So I would say those two people.
That's a good. Those are
are
good.
two.
You shocked me. I didn't know what I thought you were going to say, but I was not ready for Phyllis Hyman, but you damn right.
No, Phyllis
Don't
Hyman,
play.
yeah.
Now that's the vocalist. Like, if people could listen and like take and learn and listen to Phyllis, I just don't think they understand like what a star vocally that she was.
State of black music.
So I got a question. 100 years from now, a big picture of K. Michelle will be in this museum. What do you want people to know about K. Michelle 100 years from now? What do you want your legacy to be?
She was a fighter who was fighting for really great music. She was kind of like the people's champ. Wasn't the favorite, but was the most needed. She was gonna fight for what was right.
I love that.
That's a beautiful legacy.
I love that.
I believe it's already happened.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to thank you personally for coming out. I know you're in the middle of the album process, and that's normally when artists are hiding out and don't want to be talking about a damn thing. But we got you to come out here, first of all, to the museum, but to bare your soul a little bit.
No, I love y'all. Like, this is such an honor. This is like a great moment for all of us, in music and everything. And y'all have really been supportive of me for years now on my R&B albums, and even just encouraging me. Even when the label was telling y'all, do this, give her straight R&B or this and that, and they would be like, no, she's like a dolly. We don't know if we want to put this on her. So y'all have really had my back even since I got here, and I'm very proud of y'all, everything y'all are accomplishing. People love y'all in Nashville, and I want to tell y'all thank you, because we don't tell our friends thank you. So I want to tell y'all thank you for everything y'all
Well, you
do.
can thank us by having us over for dinner. I've invited myself.
Oh, come on. I'm telling you, that's
We can all
my
come over.
house. I am my mama's child. Everybody come eat at my house, and
Not
we just chill out.
You saying that and you'll be mad. Not
No,
everybody.
I'm not. I have a house full of people eating.
There we go.
Makes me feel good.
I also want to take a moment to also thank your manager,
Gina Miller.
another
The homie.
fabulous black woman.
The friend.
And another member of Delta Sigma Theta.
You see what I'm saying to you?
Sorority Incorporated, I'm sorry.
It's-
Put some respect on
It
it.
takes a village of strong black women to get anything done. I believe that.
I do believe that.
Gina, we love you and we thank you for
love you.
helping
Thank you,
make
G.
this happen for real.
State of black music.
What a great conversation with Kay.
Super dope.
She keeps it so real, man. And she was gracious to come and hang with us.
Yeah, man.
And she's another one to me that's like misunderstood. Like when you get to like sit and just kind of break bread with these people, it's just like, man, these are some really intelligent people that just, if you really could take a peek into their life and their world, it's just
Right,
like, yeah,
right.
you would really understand where they're coming from a lot of times.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the country tip, like I said, we've been talking about it for a long time. She's serious about that. She's a Memphis girl, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that it works out, because I think her fans actually are behind it.
Yeah.
I think they're excited to see what that. I think the world needs something new, a different, someone to break out the boxes, and she can do that with that. So I'm hoping that it really comes through and works out, because she has a perspective.
She definitely does.
She has a perspective, an interesting perspective.
Okay, Michelle, I'm taking you up on the invite. She told me back in the green room that we can come over to have dinner.
Yeah,
her chef. So we're gonna take you up on that offer, Kay.
Yeah, man.
Soon.
I'm just gonna drive up. I know where you live, so I'm just gonna pull up.
Pull up and get that food.
I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry right now. That's what I'm thinking about it.
State of black music.
State of black music.
K Michelle, I want to say this because everyone says Mary all the time, but she also gives me this Millie Jackson vibe. Like this, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do an unapologetic soul song that speaks the truth. And I don't think people may know who Millie Jackson is anymore, but she was just raw as fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Millie Jackson?
Yes.
What?
Nothing.
Millie.
Drawing a blank right now.
Come on, aficionado.
A little Millie.
Millie. Not
Because I got Millie Jackson.
Not Flo Millie. This Millie?
My man, a sweet man.
This is not what I had in mind. This is not what I had in mind. Yeah, what's
If
this?
loving
What's
you is
it?
wrong, I don't want to be right.
What are you laughing at? I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
That's Millie Jackson.
That's not Betty Wright.
Betty Wright.
Betty Wright. Clean
Betty
up on me.
Wright.
Yeah, clean up.
That's what you think about?
Probably.
No, you were in the right ballpark though.
I
Yeah,
was.
Millie felt
Millie
Millie.
Jackson.
Who was
doing
on
shows
Martin
like-
who said pass the peas like we used
That was
to?
Millie.
That's
That
what I'm
was
saying.
Yeah.
Didn't she also kind of do like raunchy comedy kind of in her
Yeah.
show?
Absolutely.
And she was at the Apollo like grabbing niggas' nuts and shit.
All right,
Like,
so I'm not editing this shit out, damn it. Millie.
Millie. No relation to Reby.
Or any of the rest of them. What the fuck? Or Janet or Tito or any of the rest of them. Shit.
her daughter is dope too.
Millie Jackson's daughter?
Yeah, Keisha Jackson. Shout out to Keisha Jackson. She's like
She sing?
background singer for everybody.
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah. That's her daughter?
Yeah.
Because she used to sing with Erica, right?
Erica.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize that was Millie's daughter.
She was on a record by the A-Town Players back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Player, can't you see what you doing to me?
I remember that song.
The way you work your that. Yeah. Yeah.
Timon, so Georgia. So Georgia.
But they played it every hour on the hour.
It was a hit in Macon. I'm talking about
Atlanta 2. Atlanta 2.
And only in Macon.
The A-Town Players. Y'all don't remember the A-Town Players?
No. You probably didn't hear it outside of Georgia.
I did not hear that.
They used to play it on Cedar's World too.
I,
Or Jam Zone.
Cedar's World.
on BT.
I remember I enjoyed Cedar on, was it Encore, just recently?
They brought Cedar back for Encore.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Carlos King earlier today. I was congratulating him on the success of Encore and all the great things he's doing. But I told him, Encore, ride the wave. What did y'all think of Blueprint, the final outcome?
I
haven't.
I purposely did not listen to that song because I definitely don't give a shit. But I will tell you what I learned from the snippets of that show that I've watched is that 95% of the women on that show never deserved to ever be in the record industry. They sound a fucking mess.
Jeez, Claude, tell us how you really feel.
I'm not lying. They sound a mess on that show.
So the Cherish Sisters are not coming to the Weirdo Workshop to record?
Probably not.
Okay, copy that.
Probably not.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and was just like, yeah.
It's hard
not
to
really
watch.
me. It's not my thing.
But it's so entertaining. Is it? Like, I don't think it's...
Like when they were going around the piano, the first episode singing, I was just like, yeah, this is so cringe. And I just can't sit
That's
through
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
season of this.
Yeah.
They can't sing.
Well, I don't understand if that was the point or not. Like, was the point to make cringe-worthy things, or was the point to actually put together the group?
And like did Carlos believe like, wow, these are the voices of a
Like,
generation?
when they saw the episode, was they like, yo, this is some good singing that's happening around this piano, or was they like, yo, this gonna be some good ass TV? I don't know.
sounds like
What
good
you
ass
think?
I feel like the intention was to come out with the EP that they came out with, but of course, I mean, they probably felt like, yo, this is gonna make people talk.
Devastation to the nation.
Well, I enjoyed the show. I watched all 10 episodes. That's Philly there talking about it. I watched all 10. I
Yeah?
did. I watched all 10.
You were
It was
you were
entertaining.
entertained.
It was, and here's the thing. I was entertained vocally. There were some stronger options. I think we'd all agree.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the show and what it was supposed to represent. It reminds me of a show that I was a part of a decade ago called R&B Divas.
Well,
I feel like it's one of my
pioneer.
offspring. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I watched it like a proud father.
Y'all know what I loved about R&B Divas? When they would like go from scene to scene and they would like do the little random riffs and runs.
Some would do.
Hilarious.
Only some of them could actually fully do a riff and a run.
And they would just stop and it would be silence.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
So
that
did y'all listen to the song?
Yeah, the EP. I actually downloaded it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's not bad. I actually enjoyed it. I really did. For what it's worth. And I really...
Well, the people on Twitter were saying that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So you're strongly suggesting that we listen to the EP.
I think you should give it a fair listen.
That's what's up.
Yeah, give it a listen.
I'll give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl.
see what happens. Nah, but see, on R&B Divas, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course, it was entertaining. There was a lot of drama, but they could all, most of them could really, really, really sing.
Sorry, Latavia. And
Most.
You said most.
I was honest.
I didn't know when we cast. I really didn't know that was a thing.
That she couldn't sing?
I didn't know. I just assumed she's in Destiny's Child. Like LaToya can sing, Kelly can sing, B can sing. Like,
So let me ask y'all a question, and it's just like, it's your opinion. Nobody know for fact. But do you think the people that we're talking about, do you think they sounded better back in the day and then they lost a step? Or do you think they were just A&R'd or produced perfectly back in the day?
I personally think, I'm going to raise my hand and say, I think it was the A&R and the production that really made them as great as they were. Like, honestly.
I mean, Latavia was considered the spokesperson of Destiny's Child. And this is no shade or anything. Like, if you go back and look at old clips of the original Destiny's Child, I'm the spokesperson of the group. She was never considered vocalist. Kelly was the second lead vocalist. Beyonce was the first lead vocalist. She never had like a title around vocals. So I'm just saying.
Had a title around. but that's the thing with R&B Divas. I really was proud of the ladies because most of them really could really sing.
Yes, I'm talking about Selena Johnson and Kelly Price and
Kiki
Wyatt and Angie Stone,
Faith Evans.
Claudette Ortiz. I'm talking about people that can really sing. So that's what I'm saying. There's a difference. When I saw them ladies
What's the lady from 702?
Mila.
Oh yeah, Mila was on the show third season.
But then the other ladies from 702 on this show, I was like, where are my girls at? They weren't there.
They weren't there.
They were not
where my girls at?
They weren't present.
It's a scene where they went around a table and they was just all taking turns singing. What song was that they were singing?
Angel of Mine.
Angel of Mine.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it really wasn't that hard a song to sing.
it's not.
Like when you think about it, it's not like they wasn't singing Take Six. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't singing Bohemian
They wasn't
Rhapsody.
singing Clark Sisters runs.
Y'all go back up all the encore ladies. I like y'all encore ladies. Ones I've met. I do want to meet the Cherish sisters because I want to get into the psychology of the delusion. So I'm really, because I thought I was looking at two members of Destiny's Child.
The way they talk.
The way they talked. I was like, you were in Cherish, not Destiny's Child or TLC or In Vogue or some other groundbreaking group. Like
Even Black.
Even
Shout out Shamari.
Shout out Brandy, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Actually, Shamari is the one that really sounded great.
Yeah,
on the show.
Shamari can
I love
sing. She
Shamari.
always could.
I love Shamar. Even you up there with Total. Pam had more hits,
Right.
Than Cherish.
100%.
Hell, Keely with 3LW.
Right.
She's a nasty person.
Wow.
Awful person.
Oh, this is going left on this podcast this week. Claude had enough.
I work with the Cheetah Girls, and she was extremely rude. Adrian's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I like Adrian.
Adrian's amazing.
She's
But
awesome.
Keely,
Dang, Kelly.
the cameras caught her right. She's interesting.
So did they all make the EP?
No.
Only the Cherish sisters, Shamari, and Keely. And then on one track, Pam is featured on the gospel song.
Oh. So it was an elimination thing.
No, they just left. Like people started leaving the house.
Wait, so Nivea
just left. She stormed out one day. And,
Oh, no.
And then the 702 sisters had a thing, some friction, and they just bounced. And then what's the girl? Aubrey from Danity Kane
Where did they bounce to though? Like,
And their car service off the premises, yeah.
but I'm saying, like, where were you going? Where were they going to do? Like,
What opportunity?
I'm saying, what opportunity is next? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but I think watching it made me realize that why Mila had the lead vocals in 702. Like, that was clear to me, like, okay, this is why Mila was the lead. I mean, this is why Missy said Mila in the
No, but
booth.
what's so weird is, remember that 702 was a group with 4 girls
Yes,
originally
they're
on
all
the
sisters.
Subway song.
Yeah.
And the other 2, Mila and Irish, were in that group. So clearly the other 2 girls who left that group were the ones who also could sing. So when they replaced them with Mila.
And then Mila left. They did that Pootie Tangin record.
Who?
Pootie Tangin.
Yeah, they had the lead song from the Pootie Tangin movie from years ago with Eddie Griffin. Y'all remember that movie?
Pootie Tang?
Yeah.
I remember
That's not
Pootie Tang.
Eddie
Yeah,
Griffin.
but
Is
there
that
was-
Eddie
Nah, it
Griffin?
wasn't Eddie Griffin.
The video literally premiered on 106 in Park, and we never saw it again after that. But they had Mila come back to the group for that last album. And I don't want to say that they needed her, but yeah, y'all.
No, they needed her. You can say it.
Mila was the sound of 702.
It can be said.
So are they getting a season 2?
You know, I didn't ask Carlos. I'm sure he may try to expand or spin off or something, but I didn't ask him that.
You should do
directly.
guy groups.
Somebody on Twitter was like, they should.
There's plenty of guys from groups like that would probably do it too.
It might, yeah.
Couple of the guys from Day 26, you know.
So for real.
Next.
Woody. Woody for them Drew Hill.
I'm just saying, like,
Didn't he go solo?
Oh, which one?
Woody.
He went gospel, didn't he?
Woody would be the Pam.
Woody would be the Pam.
Somebody go find Michael from Boys to Men. I'm sure he was
Yeah.
on Ayanla a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Who?
Michael
Michael.
from Boys to Men.
Mike from Boys to Men can be a part of the situation. I mean, there's options. 1 or 2 of the guys from Silk.
Like, y'all are really reaching at this point.
Well, you know, he got options is what I'm saying.
You got options, Carlos.
You got
Shout out to
options.
Carlos King.
State of black music.
I'm curious to know what y'all been watching because me and Timon were, well, we weren't texting, it was social media.
Social media, yeah.
This show, the Miss Pat show on BET. Have you seen the Miss Pat show?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've been seeing people post on social media about it.
Hilarious.
It's funny.
Miss Pat.
She's a comedian. I would say it's like black. Well, nah, I'm not gonna say that. It's normally when you see sitcoms, it's super scripted and like family.
Right.
Yo, they're cursing like you at a Richard Pryor show. It's just everything. It's literally how folk talk.
And the crazy thing is, like, the promos for it makes it feel like it's going to be like this great Black
Family.
American sitcom.
Yeah.
When you watch it, you're like, yo,
there's-
can't watch this with the young
No,
nieces
you
and
cannot.
nephews at all.
I
They
got to
say
check it out.
everything.
I got to check it out.
And you know who's really good on that show? Tammy
Tammy
Roman.
Roman.
Wow.
Yo, she is an amazing
Really good.
actress.
That's my
I'm not
birthday
bullshitting
twin.
you.
That's my birthday twin.
Really
What up,
good.
Tammy?
Shout out
I
to
was
Tammy Roman,
because I was
man.
looking like because you know someone you know from reality TV show. Let me see if they really can. But I mean, and I know she's always been acting, but like she's legit.
Yeah,
Like
this is going to open a lot of doors for her. I think.
she's really good at comedy.
That's awesome.
Really good.
Have y'all seen the Upshaws on Netflix? Have y'all watched that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I watched a couple episodes,
Yeah.
And see, they curse on that show.
They do.
but it's not even.
But Miss
not even
Pat
close.
is like, like
No.
she says everything, every curse word, every expletive you can think of.
It's like if Sanford and Son of the Jeffersons was now and there was no censorship.
Wow.
It's just whatever.
Like for me, what I thought about was this is the show Thea Vidal wanted to do.
Right, but could not do.
Yeah, she
I
reminds.
got to watch it. Y'all
Yeah,
make it sound so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's really.
Miss Pat streaming now on BET Plus.
BT
Yeah, man.
Plus.
I hope she gets a second season. BT get her a second season.
I'd like to recommend the Dick Gregory documentary. It is so
Hell
good.
yes.
I got it saved in my DVR.
Yeah, man.
Wait, where is this?
Showtime.
Showtime. It's,
Got it.
Man, his life was so unique and special. He did so much with it. I felt like I ain't did shit.
Yo, Chuck has this thing with Dick Gregory where he always finds it first, but he was like, this documentary is on, you should watch it. And shit was crazy. I didn't get a chance to watch it for a couple of days. And I watched it last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That you want to talk about someone to look up to, someone who did, who lived what he said and lived like practiced what he preached.
He was way ahead of his time.
Super ahead of his time. Dope.
to watch that.
Highly recommend. And one last one I highly recommend y'all watch is Street Gang, which is a documentary about the creation of Sesame Street.
Oh man, it's so good.
What is this on?
So good. I think you got to get on Apple. Like you can just buy the documentary or rent it.
Okay.
But it's just like how they came up with this whole idea to make Sesame Street.
Wait, did I watch that?
And I'm not giving anything away, but to understand that Sesame Street was purposely made for black and brown kids.
Yeah.
It wasn't some white show that we just picked up on. It was made for kids
for
in the
us.
inner city.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a street. It's on a block on a stoop. That's like basically 227.
Yep.
Wow.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
It's so dope. Street Gang.
Street Gang. Wow.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Can you tell me how to get?
You know what I would love to see?
What?
Like all of like the black artists that came through Sesame Street that did like just.
They show Stevie in that. They show Stevie on it. Like he was like one of the first ones. But I'm saying it was for black people, so it wasn't like they had to convince. They reached out to the community and said, well, "Can y'all come and teach? We want to encourage kids to read and spell and count and all that kind of stuff." So,
We need to keep that going now, though. We need to. I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine a few weeks ago at lunch, and we need to make reading cool again for the kids.
hell yes, because it's a dying art form right
It
now.
really is.
Love the audio books. That's nice, but it's nothing like encouraging reading. So we need to figure out, even to hear something locally. What can we do in Nashville that can even transcend beyond? We all know a lot of people, but I was a reader as a kid. I used to
Me
be
too.
excited to go to the library on Saturday and get a book, and I would be like, whether it was the Hardy Boys or some other type of biography or something. I'm like, I was reading all types of books, and but we gotta make reading cool again.
Luther Vandross was actually on the pilot episode of Sesame Street.
Really?
Wow.
State of black music.
The Esther Roll
Award.
Hey, fellas, I was thinking, in lieu of us nominating a lot of people, I think it's time for an honorary Esther Roll Achievement Award.
An honorary.
And I think it should go to one of the music business biggest giants as it relates to music production and as it relates to influencing black music.
Mm-hmm.
We lost him recently, and it was a blow to the music community. Mr. Chucky Thompson, may he rest in peace. I think we should
Chucky,
nominate him.
100% agree.
I second that nomination.
I heard that one.
I
Yeah,
fall.
man.
Chucky Thompson, such a great guy.
Yeah.
A genius.
Genius, man.
A genius.
I've known Chucky over 2 decades, man, and just still doesn't seem real. I mean, he's just such a great, nice human being. So that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I never met him.
Really?
Never even seen him in person. But despite all that, like, he's had some of the most impactful records on my life. Like some of my favorite songs of all time, from my favorite albums of all time. So as I feel like I know him, you know what I'm saying? Because the music is so good. It stands the test of time. I feel like his personality's in it. Like, you know a Chucky Thompson record when you hear it.
Yep.
So
An instant head nod.
absolutely.
Instant
absolutely.
head nod. Like
absolutely.
I was listening to his remix of Anita Baker's "I Apologize," and it was just like nobody but Chucky Thompson could think to do this with that song.
Yeah. Faith's first album, I do.
Yo, I've been on that. You used to love me. The run of the remix is so heavy.
Yeah.
What?
Ooh, like Chucky just coming off. When I think back, coming off of My Life, which is
Yeah.
a classic,
Yes.
clearly. But then that Faith that used to love me, jeez, like
Genius.
genius.
Yeah, the Irby should definitely go to Chucky.
It's so crazy when anytime a creative pass away, it really hits me hard because it's like a perspective of music is gone. You know what I'm saying? But the day after we got the news, I started listening to his music, and it reminded me that that's what the studio is for. It's so you can live forever. You know what I'm saying? Like your perspective, your voice, your essence, like all of that you hear every time you hear his music. So in reality, I get to rejoice and creatives get to rejoice because we're doing things every day that will last way past us and people will get to know us way past our lifetime. So it's a beauty in it all, man.
Thank God for that.
God is good.
Yes.
God is amazing. Shout out to Chucky Thompson, our honorary Irby Award winner this week.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Wow, rest in peace.
You used to love me. I remember the way you used to love me. I remember the days you used to love me.
State of Black music.
Wow, a great episode. Another week in the can, guys.
In the can.
So make sure you follow us on social, State of Black Music on Instagram and SOBM Podcast.
Yes, on Twitter.
On Twitter. And follow
Just at the NAACP, which is NMAAM. You know?
spelling, yes.
Spelling is important.
Sesame Street
Sesame
moment.
Street, exactly.
So-
and shout out to Visit Music City.
Yes.
The city of Nashville for supporting us and this podcast and the state of black music.
Yes, much appreciated. We'll see y'all in another couple weeks.
Special shout out to my homies over at the Friend Zone. They gave us a really dope shout out.
Much love.
On their last episode. And so we wanted to just say we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We are faithful listeners of y'all. And
One of my favorite podcasts.
Thank you for looking out for us.
Fran, Dustin, and Asante.
Oh, yeah.
The family.
Yeah, I almost passed out. Fran, you said my name.
The Timon literally said in the group text, I was like, yo, that's
he was like, I can die happy now. Fran said my name.
All right, y'all. Till next time.
Till next time.
State of Black music.